Hi, I'm Scott from Roland, and I'm here at Kraft Music, going to show you the JD-Xi, and if you want to get some really cool deals, check out the Kraft bundles. The Roland JD-Xi is our first attempt at a crossover synthesizer. Now what that means is that we have our highest level of DSP technology, which is the digital side, and we also have a brand new analog part. So it's pure analog. Combine those two together, you get a very, very powerful sound. Now with the JD-Xi, it consists of 4 parts. The 4 parts are 2 digital parts, a drum part, and a pure analog part. So if I pick one of the digital parts, some very nice sound. Now, this knob here allows me to select the category. So if I have hundreds and hundreds of digital sounds that I can choose from, any type of keyboard part, from electric piano to some of the coolest synths, to synth brass, and of course it's a synthesizer, so you can tweak it very easily. You don't have to be a super synth wizard to be able to have fun with this. You could be at any level. It's really as serious as you want to be.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
So there's 2 digital parts, as I mentioned, and you have 128 voices of polyphony, so you have a lot of power there. Now you also have a drum part. Now there's 33 different drum kits, but the cool thing is that I can play any of the drum kits and tweak in real time any of the individual notes. So if I wanted to adjust this snare, I can just hit the snare and it remembers it. If I wanted to tweak the kick drum, it's very, very easy, super intuitive, so you can make the most killer drum sounds right at a button push. Now there's also an analog part, as I mentioned. Now, the analog part has its own analog filter. So you can stay pure analog, you can go through the effects. The effects are digital. If you want to bypass the effects, you can do that as well. Now with the digital side, you can go through all of the filtering and use the effects, no problem. But check out the analog sound. Nice and thick. Now there's 3 waveforms. You have the saw, triangle, square, with pulse width. Now, with these waveforms, I also have a 1-octave sub, 2-octave sub. So you're going to get a killer sound. Now again, when you combine these 2 technologies, you have the digital side and the analog side. So you really have the best of both worlds. And in this really small, compact keyboard, it's perfect for the backpack musician, for the YouTube artist, for a synth guy, for a keyboard player, anybody that's interested and really curious about music, this is your keyboard. Now, everything on the JD-Xi is organized in what we call a program. Now, a program consists of those 4 parts, the 2 digital parts, the drum part, and the analog part. It also has a 4-part sequencer that's here. It's a step sequencer. It could be done in real time as well. Very easy to use, and effect settings. And I can have a groove in the in this program. So, for instance, if I play the first one, I got the analog part going. And I could tweak it, of course. Bring in the drums. Bring in the other parts. Now, it also acts as a 4-part mixer too, because I can mix any of these other parts as I want. So, for instance, if I just wanted to, let's say I'll mute all of the parts except for one, and I can adjust the volume. Bring in the next part. Adjust the volume. So as you're tweaking, mixing, all of that stuff, it just really works wonderful. Now, there's also a very usable arpeggiator. Got this cool sound. Now I'm going to arpeggiate it. So you get the idea. Very cool, super useful. Now, one of the most useful things in electronic music is being able to manipulate the LFO. Now, the LFO allows us to rhythmically change the way that the oscillator is being read. So I can play this pattern. So you can come up with all kinds of very cool rhythmic ideas that just make this thing super special. Now, as I mentioned that there's a 4-part sequencer here. Now you can do this, again, in real time, or you can do this in step time. Whatever is easiest for you, you have those options. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you that I'm going to create a very easy drum part. So I'll just pick the drum part here, and then you can see that my step sequencer area is not lit. So I'm going to press play, and I'm just going to hit the kick drum. I like that sound. I'm just going to put it on the grid. 4 on the floor. Snare. I like that. I'll put that on 2 and 4. Hi-hat. Pretty simple. Now, I'm going to create another part. I'm just going to do this on the fly. Add the other parts. Now, one of the most fun things is the use of this vocoder. Now, the JD-Xi comes with the microphone, and you just call up these very cool patches, and you can do some really amazing things. You can also produce extremely articulate vocoder sounds. Let's talk a little bit about the signal flow. Now, the digital parts and the drums are going through a variable digital filter through the amplifier and to the digital effects. Now, the analog part has, again, it's a pure analog sound going through its own separate analog filter. And then those can also go through the digital effects if you want, or you can just bypass the effects. There's a tap tempo. There's a tap tempo knob, so you can get very, very detailed, or you can just tap tempo the tempo with the button there. There's octave buttons that make it really easy, so you can really jam on this keyboard. There's arpeggiator feature and a pattern sequencer. The 4 parts, very easy to program. It's just you can do it in step time, you can do it in real time, and there's a very unique and very cool, useful favorites section where you can chain up all your patterns to play in a row, or you can trigger them however you want to do it. Now, another unique thing about the pattern sequencer is that I can automate my control movements in with the pattern. So that's very cool too. So that's the Roland JD-Xi crossover synthesizer. If you have any questions on this piece or any other gear, contact Kraft Music. And if you want some great deals, check out the Kraft bundles.